Tone hustle, I'm back on the block with that sack. All of that whole bow dog and it's bagged up in them bags. Nickels dog and I'm posted, trying to slang these bags off, trying to get.
Alright, yeah, coming up for me, it all started, you know, on 7 Mile in Wyoming. You know, I grew up on a street called Wisconsin. And you know, back then when I was coming up, it wasn't really about the dope game, because the dope game really hadn't hit too hard in my community. It was mostly about gang banging. And in the neighborhood I grew up in, you know, it was 7 Mile BKs. That was the name of the hood. And if you lived there, you basically was in the gang whether you wanted to, because people from other neighborhoods treated you as if you was in it. You know, and for me, it all started like one day, me and my brother, we went down the street and was playing basketball at like a friend's house. And we didn't know nothing about gangs at the time, because we had just moved over there. And while we was playing, you know, a guy fouled me. So, you know, he was saying that I was out of bounds, and I was saying, you know, he pushed me out, and he reached for the ball, so I fired on him, you know, and we get to fighting back there. And, you know, and I didn't know at the time that everybody in the backyard was 7 Mile BKs, you know, but they let me and old boy scrap and go head up. And, you know, and I put it on him. And then, you know, the next day I went to school, and they rolled down on me and confronted me, and they asked me, like, you a BK, ain't you? And at the time I didn't even know what it was, but I was like, yeah. So they were like, oh, we BKs too, you know, and they gave me doubt, you know what I'm saying, and told me that if I ever had any problems with anybody, let them know. And ever since then, you know, they started walking home from school with me, and, you know, I was basically like in. And that's how it started as far as that go with me.
What up, though? This Die Hero Troy, you know, straight from the state block, CFOB in the building, you know. Giving shout outs to our OG, triple OG through the hood, you know, who did his time and ain't rat on nobody, you know. You gotta give big ups to that, because a lot of these niggas out here rats giving Detroit niggas a bad name. But, you know, we 7 Mile niggas, you know. I gotta let y'all know this one of the OG BKs, you know, who was doing this thing back in the day until, you know, the laws came and did some fuckery shit. So we gonna keep it 100, and I'm just wanted to let y'all know this the area we from, you know, Wyoming area, you know, we do our thing around this motherfucker.
Action.
Alright, in 1990, when I really started messing around on the rap tip, you know, my little brother used to hang out with this little dude in the hood that called himself Tricky. You know what I'm saying? Chris. And so I went over there and was chilling with them in the basement, because, you know, they had been going around doing shows all at the state fair and all these different places, but they wasn't making no money or nothing, and they ain't had no tape out or nothing. They just was going around doing shows. So I was over there and I hollered at the guy Trick, and I told him, like, well, I'll finance this if, you know, you cut me in, you know, take me to the studio, let me bust some raps on there, and I'll put all this stuff out and blow this stuff up. And that's basically like how it all started. You know, we went to the studio, messed with my man Mo Master, and, you know, we started making these songs, and I was going around the hood letting people hear it. And at the time I had met a chick who used to work for the Source magazine named Stephanie. And Stephanie, she was like schooling me on everything and telling me what to do, because I didn't really know what to do. I just had the money to do it. So she told me, like, I had all these songs. She told me that I needed to get them copywritten, and then she told me that I needed to, like, get the tapes pressed up and things like that, and go put it in the store. So once I did that, I went around and put them in the store. I had Strictly Sports selling them, Chantanese was selling them, and then we was selling them out the trunk, you know what I'm saying, and moving them. I even had them sold up at Kendrick's, a record store in Detroit. And at the time, I never knew about no singers named Eddie Kendrick. I never knew about no Temptations or whatever singing group he was with, Four Tops or something. But I had fell out with him because I had called him and asked him, like, did you sell them tapes I gave you? And he was like, no, who you think you is, Michael Jackson? So I was like, damn, you know who he talking to? Because, you know, I'm out here slinging these tapes off the hip. And, you know, you a record store, so I'm thinking that you should be so outselling me. Man, he coming to me like I think I'm Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So I go up there. And you know, we have our little words on the phone. When I get up there, his son, I think Eddie Kendricks Jr. or something, and I guess they bodyguards or something, they was all in the record store waiting on me, you know what I'm saying? So I came there, he like, was that you talking to my daddy on that phone? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know, why y'all ain't selling these tapes? And then he kind of like pulled me to the side and schooled me, like, when people go to a record store, they coming in there looking for what they want already. They're not just coming there buying anything, they already know what they coming to get. And so he was like, by me selling them in the street, I could sell them quicker than a record store, because people coming in the record store looking, already knowing what they want. So I was like, alright, and we came to a nice little understanding. So I left him up there. And like when I talked to Stephanie that night, she already knew that I had got into it with Kendricks and them. She asked me, like, what happened? And I'm like, what's up? She's like, they called around trying to ball you, telling people don't even sell your stuff. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah. She was like, you can't even go up there. And then she told me to hire some dude to go and handle all the business. I forgot what they called, but like not really a manager, but like some kind of like personal assistant type of person, you know. So we went and got a dude to handle the business like that and take it to the stores. And but the thing was, people wasn't coming to the record stores looking for our product because nobody knew who we were. We were slanging them in the hood, face to face with people, but in the stores, wasn't nobody looking for it. So they told me, like, y'all need a video. So, you know, me and my man Click came together, and that's when we had to form the company too. So, you know, we went and started a little company, and we had to do the video. That's basically like when I brought him in all the way on the video. So, you know, we went and we shot our little Life of a Gangster video, you know, GBK, which was Mark D, and my man they called Trick, you know what I'm saying?
Man, Tony Hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm rapping that Murder Meeting. I'm gonna let y'all niggas know about this rap game, man. You got a lot of niggas around here, man. They talk a whole lot of shit, but they not really living that shit. But you see me, man, I'm in the hood all day, man. I'm out here, I really do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with my man's Mark. He came home, you know what I'm saying? 2 7 of my niggas connected together. I brought a couple of my HP niggas through, and we about to change the rap game. Like I said, these niggas is talking that fictional shit. We really living that shit over here. Like, we doing what the fuck we do over here. Then you can hear it in the music and fuck around and come see that shit in real life. Like, and that's some real talk shit. You know what I mean? Like I say, it's that Murder Minton shit. You know what I'm saying? It's me, Savage Life, my nigga Mark. You know what I'm saying? A couple other cats we still on a hunt for. And basically, we about to just take over, man. Anybody that don't like that shit, y'all can get the fuck on.
Alright, now, like when I was doing the rap, you know, me and Trick, we had made like a little skit on our tape. And on the tape, it was a skit where we was riding in the car and we got pulled over by the police. And the police was asking me for my license and my registration. And you know, and I pulled out a gun and started shooting at the police on the tape. And little did I know that this would become my reality, because I ended up getting into a shootout with the police, you know, and going to prison for 20 years for assault with intent to commit murder against 2 Detroit police officers. And you know, at the time when the incident popped off, you know, I got away with it. You know, I ain't get caught or nothing, but this little rat that I had in my circle snitched me out, you know. And it was so fucked up. When I read his statement, he told the police, like, I'm on parole, I'll tell you whatever you want to know, you know what I'm saying? He told the police that I, you know, was the one shooting. He told them I was in the rap game. He told them I sold dope. I mean, he went and just told everything he knew about me to the police and gave my phone number. You know, I was chilling over my homeboy house, and my beeper went off. You know, this was back when they had beepers, you know, before the cell phone. Well, no, we had cell phones too, but beepers was the thing. But, you know, the police beat me. And so I called this little female and told her to call the number back, because I don't usually call numbers back that I don't know. So she called on the 3-way, and the police was like, 12th Precinct Police Department. And then I was like, yeah, somebody called a beeper. And they was like, yeah, you got to come down here and make a statement. So I was like, well, my statement is I don't know shit. And then I told old girl to hang up the phone, you know. And then next thing I know, my next door neighbor called me, and she was like, what you do? I was like, nothing, why? She was like, they got the street blocked off, it's a helicopter flying over your house shining the light. I was like, oh, straight up? She was like, yeah, dog. She was like, they looking for you. So I was like, alright. So that's when I realized, okay, these lanes must have snitched me out, you know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up because the rat, he like one of them Sammy the Bull type rats. You know, you gotta remember Sammy the Bull was like the hitman for John Gotti. You know, he's supposed to be a real hardcore motherfucker, but he turned into a rat. And even though he snitched John Gotti out, he still running around in the hood, you know, doing his thing because he felt like he was laying like that. And you know, the rat who told on me, he a Sammy the Bull type rat. You know, he think no matter that he didn't snitch me out because he, you know, got a reputation for being hard in the hood, he's still alright with motherfuckers. In the same way everybody embraced this rat Sammy the Bull, everybody embracing him. When I came home after serving 20 years and I seen that everybody was cool with this snitch, it made me back up because I was like, I can't mess with somebody that's cool with a rat. You know, I'm not messing with no rat, and I'm not messing with no. If you a real hood street nigga, you ain't finna be messing with no rat. And that's how I looked at it. Because your credibility shot now. Because how you gonna mess with somebody that's a certified rat? That's a known rat that not didn't just make a statement, but took the stand and was pointing me out like, yeah, that's him right there. You know what I'm saying? And you hanging with him, you cool with him. So I bagged up off a lot of people on the strength of that, because I felt like, you know, you can't be solid because ain't no real motherfucker gonna be friends with no rat. I don't care who it is. So I bagged up off a lot of people, man, and went and got me a whole new crew that saw things like I see it. Because if you know he telling and you hanging with him, then to me that made me feel like you would tell too. Because, or you know, stick him on somebody to tell, because you already know he gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? That's etched in stone, man. It's written on the scroll. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it went, man. But the thing about prison for me is that it didn't slow me down. It didn't break me or nothing. Because, you know, I sold dope in the street. I went to prison and I sold weed in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I never really switched over. You know, and I came home, you know what I'm saying, like a G, I am, you know,
Yo, Rose.
What up,
The Savage Life, this
You
your man
already
Tony
know.
Hustle, man, we in here, man, Hustle Life, you know what I'm saying, Group of Murder Men, we holding that shit down, you
All
know
the
what
way.
I'm saying?
Niggas better
Smoking weed,
beware.
getting this money.
Loud guys, niggas better beware. We coming.
You niggas need to be on the lookout
Vicious.
because Martin King got the right niggas.
Tough.
We hood niggas. We not
Hood.
no, ain't no one
Straight
hood we
street.
from.
100,
We
nigga.
from everywhere. We do everything.
Yeah, boy.
7 Mile to HP.
All day
7 Mile to HP all the way to the east. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it,
Murder
man.
men in this bitch, boy.
Big things, Murder
Watch
Men.
out.
Holla at your boy, man.